Welcome to Garage Gym Athlete Cool Downs. These episodes are short, actionable podcasts pulled from previous interviews and content we've been publishing for the last several years. So go for a walk, hop on the rower, or clip into the bike for this cool down episode. All right, so can you give us a little bit about your background and what you're doing now?
So I'm a family medicine physician, and I have 20 zillion years of clinical practice experience, and I'm right on the cusp of transitioning into something really exciting because I've really enjoyed being a doctor, but I've always struggled with the fact that I work in a system where we're paid to see people fast, and it doesn't matter one bit whether or not we actually help their health. So I'm getting into a better position with that. I'm just going to be consulting directly with a company. They actually care if you make people healthier. So I will be working without insurance and without like time restrictions and stuff like that. So that's going to be very exciting. Also, we're wrapping up our next book. So we're just handing in the manuscript just yesterday, actually, for a book called The Fat Burn Fix. And we actually kind of, we like to think, my husband and I being he's my very talented co-writer, that we've kind of recreated the science of weight loss, because it really hasn't been a science until this book's going to come out, and for reasons that we can maybe talk about. If you're interested.
Yeah, I'm very interested. I might even start there. Because just the title of the book, leads to the question, what is the fix, for the fat burn? And maybe you can give us an overview on that.
For sure. So the fix for your fat burn is customized for you, depending on what's wrong with your fat burn. And so we break down the process of burning fat into 4 different body systems and body functions, right? And so each of those 4 functions is essential to actually being able to burn fat and maintain a normal weight. And so the thing that makes our book scientific, where I feel like hasn't been like enough point about this, is where the reason we have fat is to convert fuel or convert stuff that we ate previously into energy this instant. And it's all about energy, actually. It's about accessing energy. And so when you look at it that way, then you can start to answer a lot of questions and make it much more scientific, right? Because the challenge that this book is trying to address is the fact that we've got some really good diet ideas out there, right? Now, so I think probably I'm guessing that you've probably long since abandoned the idea that we need to avoid saturated fat and all that kind of stuff, probably, right?
Right. Yeah.
Your listeners are well aware of that fact that was a horrible idea. And so we have some good diets now. We've got the low carb healthy fat diet. We've got the paleo diet. We've got the keto diet. We've got intermittent fasting. But not everybody can do any given diet, right? So I'm a physician, and I have the opportunity to listen to my patients when I say try a low carb diet, and they come back and they say, well, I'm doing it, but it feels hard. And then I drill down into why. And over the years, the conclusion has been actually that people had a hard time accessing their body fat for energy. And, that's something that, I don't know, Jared, am I saying your name right? I'm so sorry. Is it Jared or Jared?
Jared. Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
It's a weird spelling. I think my parents just wanted to be different. And so
mine did the same thing to me. I have a C for Cate. So I feel your pain. But so do you follow kind of like a low carb diet yourself?
I do. I'm relatively low carb, nowhere in the realm of keto, but definitely low carb.
And so then I'm guessing you're nowhere in the realm of keto because maybe you tried it and didn't quite work for you. Yeah,
just with the way I train, it wasn't. It didn't seem to work very well for me. I just felt like I was under recovered from my workouts over and over again.
Right. So what I'm trying to do with this book is help you not have to take those guesses, and help people, no matter where they are with their metabolic health, identify where they are first and foremost, and then go from there. And so what we've done, or what I've done, is I broke down the systems involved in converting body fat to energy, in your body, into four systems. There seems to be four. So the first one is your body fat. That has to be in good shape. And believe it or not, we have a lot of people whose body fat is toxic, so that when they try to access it for energy, their cells kind of rebel and ask for sugar instead. And so that is a big problem. And it occurred to me that that was a big problem about 5 years ago that, needed addressing. You couldn't just tell people, all right, well, don't eat, because they can't burn their body fat, and then they're starving and their cells are in crisis, and they develop all these hypoglycemia symptoms, and they give in and they eat, and they think it's just their own weakness or lack of discipline, but it's absolutely not. So that's the first body system. Is your body fat toxic? And then if it is, we're going to fix it, so that you can actually burn your body fat again. The second system is the energy production systems of your body. So I'm just calling them the energy producing system. And what that is it's actually the mitochondria in every single one of your body cells, or almost every single one. Like, a few cells don't need mitochondria, like red blood cells. But every single one of your body cells, except for the few that don't have any mitochondria, are engaged in the process of converting fat to energy and generating ATP. ATP is the energy currency of the cell. And if your body fat is toxic, then your mitochondria cannot use it efficiently. They cannot dip into your body fat energy stores to produce ATP energy efficiently. And you need it to be efficient, or your cells are going to have an energy crisis. And your cells are going to say, well, this thing with burning fat isn't working. I need some other fuel. And they're going to ask for sugar. So when they do, people start to feel hypoglycemic. They start to feel, because we don't have that much sugar, right? I haven't said that, but we cannot store sugar to very much extent in our body. So we run out quickly. We run out of sugar a lot more quickly than we'll ever run out of fat. We've got maybe 400 calories of sugar that we can easily access. Some people have more, women have less than men. Men might have twice that much. But that's not a lot. If you're trying to get through a workout, you can't even do it if it's a hard workout, if you're just burning sugar. So you need to be able to burn fat. And if your mitochondria have been forced to burn unhealthy fat for a long time, they are actually sick. Your mitochondria can be sick. And they can, this sickness leads to a lot of very severe diseases. So when people have sick mitochondria, they're not in good shape. They're probably not going to be, a lot of your healthy listeners are probably going to have okay mitochondria. But I'm talking about folks who have developed diabetes or have developed any kind of like disease, really. Even cancer, we understand, is now a disease of mitochondrial dysfunction largely. Any kind of neurologic problem, memory problems, possibly like the first cusp of where somebody goes from being a healthy person with healthy mitochondria to having symptomatic signs of mitochondrial problems is with their hormones, right? So like men may feel like their testosterone levels aren't where they should be, or women can get irregular periods. Anybody, men, women, can get migraine, headaches. Those are associated with mitochondrial dysfunction. And so if you have that, then you have your second, your body's second fat burn system is disrupted, and you need to fix that. And so, we tell you how to do that too. And then the third system is the hormone regulation system. So the hormones that help you store energy and help you access your energy. So insulin and adrenaline and cortisol. And then the hormones that can be impacted by the hormone system, there's other hormone systems that are sort of secondarily damaged. And that could be, again, like the sex hormone systems. And so, when somebody goes on a low carb diet, they very often can fix a lot of what's wrong with their hormones. So that's one of the reasons that low carb diets and keto diets are so popular, because they actually do fix one of these 4 very serious body system problems, the hormone system. But they don't do really much of anything necessarily to fix the toxic body fat or the mitochondria. I mean, actually, some depends what kind of low carb diet you're following. Some do, some don't. And then the last body system is your appetite regulation system. And so your appetite is supposed to be regulated so that you don't have to be told what to eat, when to eat, or how much to eat. You're not supposed to have to weigh yourself once a week to determine whether or not you're losing weight at the right weight or maintaining your weight. It's all supposed to be magically controlled. Well, not really magic, but controlled by extremely complex processes in the appetite centers of our brain that communicate with just about every one of our body's tissues, including our body fat, our muscles, and our bones, and so on, so that it's all automatic, the way it is with every other animal out there. You don't look at all the penguins that are like all perfect body penguin weight and look at, gee, I wonder, who's their personal trainer? How are they figuring out how much fish they're supposed to eat and all this. It's all automatic. And so when our appetite regulation systems are disrupted, as they are as a consequence of the Western diet, then we don't have this automatic ability. We have weird cravings. Our cravings drive us to eat foods that we know are unhealthy for us, like Doritos and chips and pizza. There's good pizza out there, though. I shouldn't just diss pizza. But it's a entirely newish science on how our appetite regulation systems have gotten disrupted through inflammation, and in Fat Burn Fix, we will fix that as well.
Thanks for listening to today's Cool Down. If for some ridiculous reason you are not subscribed to Garage Gym Athlete programming, fix that problem right now. Go to GarageGymAthlete.com, sign up for a free trial, get started with us today. Thanks for listening.